I may have told this before. I'm gonna tell this little quick story here about me fishing. I went down. We had a bunch of farm ponds, and I had crappies and bass in them. And I hunted a lot back in. I dove hunted quite a bit, and I got the bright idea that I was gonna go down there and go fishing at the pond until the doves started flying, and then I was gonna go to hunting in that afternoon. So I got my fanny pack on, loaded down my shotgun shells, and I grabbed me a small box of jigs and a rod and a 12 gauge, and I went on down there, drove the wheelchair down there to go fishing. Set all that stuff down over on the table I had down there, shotgun. I still had them shotgun shells on, and I was fishing, and I was fishing on a little spot there that I had fished 100 times. It was about a 3-foot drop off. And I thought that I felt that wheelchair roll forward a little bit because at that time, them old wheelchairs didn't have no electric brakes on them. And time I realized that that's what it was, I reached for the joystick to try to throw it in reverse, and down the bank I went. That chair went down that bank, it turned over on the side, slid me right out in the water. Now, so I reached down there, and of course, then I wore a seatbelt. I don't wear a seatbelt anymore because I fell so many times and got hurt because the chair falling on me.
Yeah.
And I reached down and popped that seatbelt off, and that chair went to the bottom like a rock. And I'm thinking, good Lord, I must be getting pulled under by this chair still, and it was all them shotgun shells I had on me. So I had to take that bag off. So I could swim then, so I got my bearings and everything, and reached found the wheelchair. It's about 6 foot of water. I ain't, but about 4'10". So now, how in the world am I gonna get out of here? So I'm in this water, and it's October and it's cold, and I'm thinking, how in the world am I gonna get out of here? I thought, well, my grandmother and them's up at the house. She's in and out of the house all the time. I'll just take the holler, and then somebody will hear me. So I did. And a little while, here come a man way over on the other side of the pasture. It was a neighbor, and he come down there, and he looked at me, and he said, "You all right?" I said, "No." He said, "Are you stuck?" I said, "Well, you might say that." I said, "I'm in a wheelchair." He says, "Where's the wheelchair?" I said, "It's under the water." He said, "Good night," and he jumped in. He grabbed me and dragged me up on the bank. There's another guy there with him. He said, "Where do you live?" I said, "Well, right up there." I said, "My grandmother's right up there. Could somebody go get my grandmother so they can come get me?" And I told that guy, I said, "Do me a favor." I said, "When you go up there, please don't go up there hollering, that I done fell in the tank, because she'll think I done drowned down here, He got up there to the house, and he took the hollering, "Man in the tank, man in the tank." I looked at the other guy, I said, "Good God, I believe I asked him not to do that." Of course, here come everybody running, and down there. Brandy's like, "You all right?" Yeah, I said, "Yeah, I'm all right." She's like, "Where's the wheelchair?" I said, "Under the water." She said, "What are we going to do about that?" I said, "We're going to have to drag it out." She says, "Reckon it'll still work?" I said, "I don't hardly believe so."